What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Amateur Hour TV for another video on the second channel for Amateur Hour. On this channel, I like to go through additional NBA-related topics, especially concerning the Toronto Raptors, that I don't have enough time to get to on my main channel, so we do so here where the vibes are just straight up immaculate. We have a lot of fun on this channel talking Raptor stuff. And we had some news after the Raptors game yesterday, a crushing, real painful 109-105 loss to the Brooklyn Nets. The Raptors, honestly, they played pretty well. Let some cold pockets get the best of them, and at the end of the day, KD and Kyrie hit some monster shots late in the game to put them over the line. But that did not stop the Raptors from playing pretty well, and it certainly did not stop Pascal Siakam from having arguably the best game of his career. He was absolutely outstanding, and so outstanding that even players like Kyrie Irving had some big compliments to say about him. But before we get into that, make sure, guys, if you're enjoying the video at any point, you drop a like to support the brand, help us get some new viewers on this channel, end up on more recommended pages. Only takes you a second to like, and make sure you are subscribed to Amateur Hour TV for 3-4 videos just like this every single week on my second channel. Check out the main channel if you've not seen that already. We do a watch party for all the Raptors games, and we're doing one tonight for the game against the Miami Heat. I hope to see you there on Amateur Hour Sports. But Kyrie Irving, very complimentary words about Pascal Siakam after the game. I mean, how could you not have complimentary words about Siakam? But, you know, there's one thing to just say something about the player. Oh, he had a great game. Yeah, shots were falling for him, all that. Kyrie really went out of his way to discuss how Pascal Siakam has been improving and how good he's looked. And for very good reason, had some big compliments to say about him. So let's dive into the compliments and then discuss as well Pascal Siakam's game and Pascal Siakam potentially what he can accomplish this season. So video here from the press conference yesterday. Nets just won. Siakam just dropped a monster stat line. So let's just listen in.
I think we saw.
It's a little bit quiet. I'm sorry. I won't talk during the video.
As many spicy P clips and Rico Hines runs as we could possibly see. You know, as a hooper watching at home, I definitely felt his presence this summer around Los Angeles, and I think other guys can say the same, that P was putting in a lot of work and is showing for itself, and he's going to continue to get better. And this team is a well-oiled machine. Pascal was 15 for 20. I think, yeah, I mean, this guy was off the charts, and triple-double is probably going to be happening most nights. I don't want to say he's going to average triple-double.
I don't know about that.
I think he has the capability of being a triple-double guy.
I don't know about
just how many pieces they have and how well they play through him.
So, yeah, some big words there from Kyrie Irving, such a good player in this league, of course. Maybe didn't overstep. I don't know. We're going to talk about it, Pascal Siakam, in this video based on the words of Kyrie Irving there. So you see there's a big mutual admiration amongst Siakam's peers who recognize that, you know, this is as good of a player as he is. Like, I think what Raptors fans fail to recognize a lot of time. You know what was actually crazy? And this is just kind of going to my point here. In the pregame for my watch party I did on my stream, I just thought of this. Somebody actually said in the stream that they think that Siakam gets too many touches and they should take away some of his touches to distribute the offense. And I'm like, why? Why? Like, I don't understand what's wrong with one guy being so freaking good that you just continue to give him the ball because he's so freaking good and is going to get you the baskets. Like, Siakam was great in the first game of the season, 9 for 20 from the field with 23 points, along with 11 rebounds, something around 4 or 5 assists. Like, if he averages that in the season, that's a remarkable stat line, right? And people think he should get the ball less. And I'm like, he's playing well. He's efficient. He's doing the bits. He's got so much in his bag. He's scoring at all 3 levels. Give him the ball more. Give him more of the ball. Let him do more. And this is kind of a testament to that, because yesterday in that game, he was absolutely sensational. I mean, he was absolutely sensational for this Toronto Raptors team. It's an absolute tragedy this was not a winning performance, but he put up 37 points on 15 for 20 shooting, 75% from the field with 37 points. That is remarkable. 13 rebounds, 11 assists. He was literally doing it all for this team. And there's question marks about him having the ball too much. I'm going to reiterate, he's not getting it enough if he's doing stuff like this. 20 shots. I think Kyrie took 24 shots yesterday, something along those lines. I'm actually curious to see now. But what I'm trying to say is, like all these other superstar sort of players in the league, nobody is ever going to question how much they get the ball. I don't understand why there's even Raptors fans among like just the general NBA public who, have constantly not given Pascal Siakam his full praise. I don't understand how there can be Raptors fans who are saying maybe he should get the ball less. It's been adjusted actually to 15 for 21 from the field. Kyrie Irving took 24 shots yesterday, right? And he only made 11 of them. So I don't understand the notion that maybe he should get the ball less. Like, feed this guy. Feed this guy. And, I swear to God, if somebody tries to comment, oh, but we're limiting Scottie Barnes' development by giving Siakam the ball. No, we're not. We're absolutely not doing that. Because I tell you what, Pascal Siakam made an All-NBA team last season. Fred VanVleet made an All-Star team. And Scottie Barnes still got Rookie of the Year and can still improve upon that and still take it upon himself and be aggressive with the ball, which he wasn't doing a little bit enough of yesterday, despite a pretty good stat line for Scottie Barnes. So Pascal Siakam, we heard him at Media Day. He said he's had taste of everything. He's been an All-Star, All-NBA, won a championship, MIP. He wants to make the moves to be a top 5 player in the NBA. Now, one performance is not going to define what is a top 5 player. And I even said at the time in a video on this channel, I don't think Pascal Siakam is going to get to a top 5 level. But in my opinion, he's a top 20 player in the NBA. It's unarguable he's a top 25 player in the NBA. And people who disagree just don't understand his game, that's for sure. I would say if he if he performs like this every night, then he's going to win MVP. But he's not going to perform like this every night. But what he's capable of is averaging 25 a game. What he's capable of is averaging 9-10 rebounds a game. And he's proven that in the first 2 games. Double-double in game 1, triple-double in game 2. And if the playmaking is continuing in this vein, he can average 6-7 assists per game. And if he's doing that, that's another All-NBA season. And that might be above an All-NBA second team as well, especially if the Raptors have a good record. But we're not going to just bite on this. We're not going to overreact to just one performance, as I mentioned. But it's been 2 really good performances out of the gate for Pascal Siakam. Are there improvements to be made? Yeah, he's turning the ball over too much, 100%. Got to be a little bit more controlled, a little bit more careful sometimes. And he's not hitting his free throws. He's doing all this, and he's not hitting his free throws. You know what I mean? He has 60 points in the first 2 games of the season. And he's struggling from the line. So we can pump those numbers up just a little bit more as well for Siakam. Even like last season, if he hit a few more, he could average 24 points instead of 23 points per game. But ultimately, what my point is, all these other superstars in the league, nobody bats an eye when they take, 25 shots because they're the guy. They're the number 1 guy on the team. They're going to be taking shots because they're the player most likely to score when they have the ball in their hands. Siakam is doing that as well, but there's still some criticism coming for him for the amount of shots that he's taking, which is very frustrating to see. And at any point that he's delaying the development of other players, along with the 37 points that he had 11 assists. So not only is he scoring himself in boatloads, he's also enabling other people to score. And if OG Anunoby could freaking hit an open 3-pointer, then he'd have more assists in this game because his kickout game was really good as well. Over the course of the season, health is going to be the biggest factor, I think, and obviously he's not going to maintain a 37-point-per-game pace or the 30-point-per-game pace that he's on. I'm not suggesting that in any way, but it is attainable to average near a double-double with 25 points, high 40s in the shooting, up those assists per game to another career high, above 6. And if he's doing that, that's another All-NBA season. But 80 more games to go to stake his claim. It's possible he ups the ante tonight against the Miami Heat. It's possible that he has a worse game and has a dud performance against the Miami Heat. But we're seeing right now Pascal Siakam, after a healthy offseason for the first time in a while, where he's just been working on his game, hungry to get better, hungry to develop. We are seeing a Pascal Siakam who has just carried on exactly where he left off last season as an All-NBA third-team player. And if he's going to stick to this sort of form for the entire season, he'll get another appearance on an All-NBA team if he's playing like this. And it's possible, signs are showcasing, I think, right now, that He's made improvements in the offseason. He's made improvements in the rebounding category. He's made improvements in his ISO game, and it is so fun to watch. Like that third quarter yesterday was absolutely bonkers. Oh my God, that was crazy. I almost, like my head almost exploded watching this guy play because he would go down the court, hit a crazy contested 2, go down the court, hit a 3 in transition, and then the next play, another contested fadeaway 2. And you're just like, what has possessed this man tonight? So let's hope for more of the same tonight. Difficult to follow that up in a back-to-back here, especially when the bench only contributes 9 points to the Raptors. You want my full thoughts on the Raptors game? I did a post-game show on my Clips channel, my third channel. I'll link it above here. It's going to be hard to follow that up. The bench only gives us 9 points, forcing us, to play our starters all these extra minutes again. Seems like a little bit of the, Siakam carrying on from last season. Well, our bench problem's also carrying on so far. So we need more from the bench. We can't play our starters 38 minutes a night. We need to get them down to like 36, 35, but it's on the bench to earn those minutes and not forcing us to play all these starters. All I know is that I don't think Siakam's a top 5 player in the NBA, but he certainly is one of the top tier ones, and he showcased it last night, and players like Kyrie Irving took note. So that is it for today on Amateur Hour TV. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Goes a long way to support the channel, and make sure you are subscribed to Amateur Hour TV for more videos like this. Come to the watch party tonight. I'm going live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 30 minutes before the scheduled start time. Raptors, Heat, Kyle Lowry against Toronto. Let's tune in. Have a great time on stream. See you next time on Amateur Hour TV.